Welcome everybody, I am DJ Fogey and this is another episode of my Dwarf Fortress tutorial. If you haven't seen the previous episodes, I advise you to go back as I do share a lot of information. In this episode we're going to talk about a few things. I told you in the last episode that I was going to try to get some metal industry going, but I still have not found any metals, any metal ores, so I guess I'm going to have to wait on that. But I will show you some other things that need to be done, really. One of the main things is a well. Well for water, basically. If I hit Z, you can see my status, okay? And you'll look right here, it says I have 90 drinks, approximately 90 drinks. And that's alcohol. That's all alcohol. Now, if I happen to run out of alcohol, my dwarves will start getting dehydrated, and they can die if they are dehydrated. Okay? And to keep them from getting dehydrated, just in case you do run out of alcohol, you can build a well. And a well is going to provide your dwarves with water to drink. They don't really like water, but they will drink it, and they will stay alive by drinking it. Here's how to do it, basically. Right here, I've found these lakes, basically, okay? And all of these lakes are separated, okay? What that means is, if you look, the only one that's connected, and because I connected it, are these two right here. There's one here, and there's one here. And I channeled out a small section there just to get more water and keep this whole thing filled up. This one is also disconnected from the rest, and this one is as well. Now, I did, however, set up a channel for this spot, which will connect these two water sources. And underground, I connected this tunnel, right? This tunnel leads straight over to this spot. And if I go up, you can see it's a hole, basically. There's a ramp going down, and then it leads to pretty much out here by these lakes. And what that's going to do, when I tap these two walls, this one right here, I'm going to channel this wall out, and this wall. What that's going to do is that's going to allow the water to flow down this tunnel. And once it reaches this point, I'll be able to build a well over the top of this hole, and my dwarves will have access to water. Now, the reason I'm connecting these water sources is because it's a bigger area. Okay, the fluid dynamics in this game are quite amazing, and the reason I did it, the reason I'm connecting all of these small lakes, is because it's going to provide more area for when it rains, which it is right at this very moment raining. It will refill these pools, and it will give me basically an infinite amount of water that I can use through this well. Usually a good strategy is to have a river in your area or in your map, which I do not. I don't have any rivers, unfortunately, so I have to use these lakes. No big problem, really. Once I get the stuff for the well built, I will come back and show you how to build it. But right now, I'm going to go ahead and pause it until that is done. Just a small update here. It seems while I was paused and waiting for my dudes to get done with the well, or the stuff for the well, I got a wave of migrants. So, let's go ahead and let them come in, and we will see how many we got by opening up our Lazy Newb Pack GUI. Go to Utilities tab and double click on Dwarf Therapist. I don't know if it'll be right in the screen. I might have to adjust it. Give it a second and it'll open up. I think. Come on, where are you? Ah, there it is. Okay. Alright. And here we are. How many did we get? For this last wave, we got 7 of them. And right now we have 53 dwarves in the fortress. So what that means is we are very, very susceptible to like goblin raids and things like that. So we got to start being careful. Any outdoor things that we have not done yet needs to be done quickly. Otherwise, we're risking being attacked while our dwarves are outside. So hopefully we can get this well dug and all connected up. It's already flowing through this area. Let me go ahead and pause until that is done, and we'll be right back, guys. Okay, right now the water is pretty much evened out. There's still a little bit of evening out to go, but it is all flowing perfectly, and it is all flowing to this point. And let me go up one level. You'll see right here that arrow is now turned blue. What we're going to do to build a well is hit B for building, and we are going to scroll down to well, and I do believe it is L. Yep, right here. So you hit enter on well. You need to set it over an empty space. Basically, there has to be a channel right over where you put it. You hit enter. Now this is what you need. You need rock blocks, which you can make in your mason's workshop. You need blocks, one of those. You need a bucket, one of those, and you need a rope, one of those. Also, you need a mechanism. After you have all of that stuff, now you need all of it in order to build a well, but after you have it all, go ahead and build it there over your water source, and eventually your mechanic will come and build the well there. And that's all there is to it. And after that point, your dwarves will always have water, especially if you're lucky enough to be able to place it in a high traffic area like I have. To get into in and out of my fortress, my dwarves have to come this way, so they will always be walking by this well. Added to that, I'm going to have my military barracks up in here, so they will have easy access to water as well. There are also a couple of other things that I'm setting up currently, so let me go ahead and pause until I get it done. Alright, if you guys remember the last episode, I showed you when this guy here went pretty much crazy and I had to wall him in. Well, he is dead. He's been dead this whole episode, actually. And I gotta take care of his body. If I do not take care of his body, he will start haunting my my fortress. He will start haunting the fortress and scaring my dwarves, making them unhappy and things like that. So I gotta get him buried. Okay, get him put in a casket and put his spirit at rest. So if you hit Q and highlight, and you hit Q and highlight your carpenter's workshop, you can add a new task. And if you look down here, it says construct wooden casket. Well, I have constructed 2 of them, and if you look, here's one and here's one. They're both the O looking things right there. And I've also mined out this room here specifically for this task. Now I also got a door, so I'm going to place that door right quick, right here. And then to place a burial receptacle or a casket into its proper place, you hit B and N. I do believe it's N. Burial receptacle N. If you hit N and put your cursor where you want to put it, hit enter twice. There you go. And now one of my dwarves will carry the casket there. Let me just go ahead and place my other one, because I got another dwarf that's gone crazy, and I need to prepare for his death as well. Anyways, once they get those caskets moved up in there, I will unpause and show you guys how to designate those caskets for burial. So okay, and here we are, guys. Got the burial receptacles or the caskets placed, and now we need to designate those caskets to be designated as burial receptacles. So I'm going to do is hit Q for building task preferences, and I'm going to highlight one of these. And if you look, it says B, use for burial, and R, make tomb. Right now, I don't really need a tomb, So I'm going to go ahead and use for burial receptacle. I'm going to hit B. Now, when you hit B, you're going to get some other options. You're going to be able to allow citizens and pets. Now, I don't usually bury pets like that. So I'm going to go ahead and hit P, make sure that says no. And then I'm going to go over here and do the same thing for this one. Hit B and P for no pets allowed, and allow the citizens. Hit escape, and that's that. Now I can go ahead and break down this wall. Now, to break down a wall, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit D for designations, and if you look down here it says N, remove construction. So I'm going to hit N, and I'm just going to remove this entire wall just like this. And then a couple of my dwarves, if not more, should come over here and deconstruct this wall. As soon as they open it up, somebody should run in there and grab my poor dwarf's body and take him in to be buried. So in just a second, we will see that happen. And there it is. And now if I hit V, or not V, but K, and highlight this casket, oh, well, maybe it's not that. Maybe it's Q. Let me go up here. You can see Dastot Ildamarel Weaver. This is the resting place of. So that's all you got to do to bury dwarves. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and pause until I get a couple more things set up, and we will be right back, guys. Okay, guys, the last thing I wanted to show you in this episode are nobles. Right now, if I hit Z for my status, like I was explaining before, right now we only get like approximate counts of our fort's supplies. Now, up here you'll see animals, kitchen, stone, stocks, and justice. Now, if I go over to stocks, hit enter, you'll see all kinds of brown numbers with question marks beside them. Now, what that means is they can't keep an accurate count of what I have in my fortress. So, what we need to do is set it up to where they can keep an accurate count of everything in my fortress. So, let's go ahead and back out of here, and we're going to set up an office for a noble. And what we need for an office is a bed. So I'm going to place a bed right in this room. One right there. I'm also going to build a container. I'm going to hit H for container. I'm going to put it off in this corner somewhere. I'm also going to put a cabinet, F. I'm going to place that in the opposite corner. I'm also going to place a table. Actually, I need a table yet, so let's see if we got, yep, we got one chair. So I'm going to go ahead and place that right here. And I got to wait until we get a table, so let me pause until that's done. Okay, now we have a table as well. I'm going to hit B and T and place a table. Alright, let me wait until these guys have everything placed, and then I'll be right. Okay, here we go. To assign a noble, I'm going to hit N. Now, if you look down here, we already have a bookkeeper, but I'm going to change him up. I'm going to hit enter here. And actually, no, I'm going to replace him. Hit R. And I'm going to select this. I can't remember who he is. Where are you, dude? There we are. I'm going to hit enter on him. And he's going to require an office. So what we're going to do to give him an office, we're going to assign this as his bedroom. We're going to size it up. Assign bed. Hit enter there. We're also going to make this his room. We're going to highlight the chair and make this his throne room or study. So we're going to hit R here. Size this up. Hit enter. Assign chair. And we're going to make him find our bookkeeper right there. There we go. And that's that. That's all you got to do. Anyway, I'm out of time, guys. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next episode.